Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. Feeling a little patriotic today. Feeling a little. So I'm exhausted from yesterday. We were live twice on PNR. You guys can tell I am tired. I'm exhausted. I also have a raging sinus infection. So yippee! Life is good. So
Everything all right?
is anything all right? No. I'm going to turn this flag upside down. I also have my son's bomb pop shirt on. Every year we get him a tie-dyed shirt like this because when he was little, he had a bomb pop and he literally matched his shirt, and we did a who wore it better. So I want to do in the wake of the verdict yesterday, the guilty verdict on all charges for 45. I want to do a reading on Stormy Daniels. Now, Stormy is the epicenter of this whole drama. She's the tool that was put to use to make all this happen. So, let's take a look at how she's feeling today and what's going on with her. So I'm going to pull up my card view. As always, thank you so much for being here. It's my favorite part of the day. If you are not already subscribed to Psychic News Report, our other collaborative channel with Thor Sandalwood, Rob Akinpor, and Rick Paul, psychic medium from England, please go on over there and do so. We have a growing subscribership. We're super excited about the program. As you guys know, we have been doing that on our own individual channels for several months now. And that is just the collective channel that we're doing the news reports through. So we're going to do more and more featurettes, more and more lives. We're going to do breaking news. The crazy thing is that we were just discussing how we were going to handle breaking news. And literally after we got off our scheduled live, we had to go back live and do the breaking news. So crazy stuff is afoot. So let's take a look at Stormy Daniels and see how she's doing. Thanks so much. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit those alerts so that you do get alerts when I go live. I am going to be having another live program on this channel. I think some of you that have been following me for a while missed the sword fights, the Friday night sword fights. So we're going to be bringing that back. Dueling Tarot, Alicia and I are working on a schedule for it. So the girls will be back, our little duel fest on one night a month. We're going to do it one night a month. So let's take a look at Stormy Daniels. How does that gal?
2 girls, 1 cast.
2 girls, 1 what?
1 cast.
1 calf?
Cast.
Cast? 2 girls, 1. I don't get it.
Never mind. Move along.
So, but moving along. Gregopedia is here. He's making off-color jokes, but I didn't get it. Went over my head. Must be all the Sudafed that's coursing through my system right now. So, Stormy Daniels. How's that gal feeling today? Quite happy. She feels like she can put this aside, but she should have gotten some more money for it. I think that is going to be a disrupting factor. It looks like she is going to ask for some more money from some resource. So I don't know if that's going to be in terms, what I'm getting very clearly is that this is pay to play. She wants to do some more interviews on this. Her testimony was quite unvarnished. I think unvarnished is a really good word for this. But it looks like she is going to, that 130,000 did not stretch quite as far as she needed it to. Now, do you think she is married to someone of means? Do you know something about Stormy Daniels' husband?
No.
I don't either. I don't care to. So, used car purchaser. So, yeah, I did say it. That was a wow, wasn't it?
Importer of pre-owned goods.
Yes, pre-owned goods, certified pre-owned. So,
He's a hot dog and a hallway vendor.
Hot dog and a hallway vendor, Gregopedia says. So we're getting pretty randy over here. So So I do think that she's going to be seeking some outlet for additional funding for this. I do think she wants to kind of seed the books, seed her bank account a little bit more. Not seed as in CEDE, but seed SEED. I think she needs a bit more seed money. She needs a bit more to go into her pockets for this, for her trouble. So one of the things Greg Beatty and I were discussing it, and I said, isn't there some level of confidentiality that women of that profession are supposed to have? Counselors, therapists, those kinds of people, tarot readers, we all have some code of confidentiality. There is no, and that's something that some of my private clients will talk to me about. They say, oh, don't tell anybody. I'm like, this is between you and me and the electronic media we're on, whether it's Zoom or Google Meet. It is a private consultation in, the largest sense of the word. I'm not going to disclose information about clients to other clients or individuals. There is, for me, not being a purveyor of Stormy Daniels' profession, I do think that there is some level of confidentiality that you're supposed to expect from that kind of individuals, especially if you're paying a large sum of money. Apparently, there is not. Greg, what did you say?
Who would it?
Yeah. So he said that loud. With us.
I said it in a Scottish accent.
Said it with a Scottish
A bad
accent.
Scottish accent.
Yeah, it was a good Scottish accent. That was not bad. So we'll let Grumpy Sapper determine that. He can grade us on our accents. So I do think that disclosing that or discharging that information probably was morally ambiguous. Did she need to do it? What is the future going to hold for her from this point? Some options there. She feels like this is a fresh new start. And this is kind of interesting because we got the Page of Cups and that Ace of Cups. Now, students of mine know that the Ace of Cups, Page of Cups are very similar. Ace of Cups in terms of, let's talk about it in terms of employment. I do sketch this out for everyone. Ace of Cups is you find a job listing that you like, you apply for the job. Page of Cups, you get the job, you're going on your first day of work. So that's really the difference between those two cards. But they are fresh new starts, new beginnings. So she is trying to leave that past behind. And I think she has a lot of ideas, but I think there's going to be a lot of trouble moving forward in terms of a new life. She's not going to be able to shake the job that she had. She's not going to be able to, or jobs that she had. She's not going to be able to outrun that legacy. One of the things I think we're going to see is writing here. Now, the court cards with swords are typically communication and writing, but the wands can also be too. This usually leans more into a visual media, interviews, those sorts of things, something that's going to be more than just writing. So I do think that we're going to see that made for TV movie. Quite possibly we may see that. We may see some kind of dramatization of their relationship, which I think would be gross and intriguing all at the same time. Kind of like the Tiger King, which I still haven't seen during the pandemic. I was busy working while everyone else was watching the Tiger King. It was kind of a bummer. But here, her fortune is spinning really in a different direction. The choices that she made in her life prior to her involvement with 45, I think kind of set her on a path in a certain direction. I think intellectually, she thought that she would use this situation to get notoriety that otherwise was escaping her. I think she was kind of she wasn't an A class film star. I'm just gonna say film star because there's certain words that we can't say on here. But she was not an A class film star like of like Tracy Lords. I know Tracy Lords. That's a whole other can of worms. But Jenna Jameson, thank you so much. Yeah. So thank you for knowing some of these film stars.
No,
The academic only.
no, I got her. Somebody got me her book, and it's very interesting.
Yes, I saw that on the shelf. So we do have Jenna Jameson's book in our house. So yippee-ki-yay. But I do think that this was an opportunity for her to rise to the top of something, not necessarily the career that she chose, not necessarily the things that
She got to be on top.
she got to be on top. She's trying to get on top. She's climbing up that heap. Pretty gross. So is she going to get some level of notoriety from this? Yeah, I think we're there. I think we're there with this 9 of Cups. I think she is getting some notoriety. What should she do? Y'all that listen to my channel, y'all that hang out here, watch me flipping cards around, sinus infection or no, y'all know I like to put out there what can they do to improve their position? How do they maximize the position that they're in? Let's see how she can maximize this position that she's in.
Trying to not be a hood.
What movie was that?
What?
That was Kingpin. When they went to go live with the Amish family for a hot minute. She's trying not to be so much of a blank. So what can she do to maximize this position that she is in? Oh my. So that 7 of Swords is really cautious unveiling of the people that did things wrong. So I'm getting like a strong Michael Cohen vibe here. I think there's something with Michael Cohen that she may reveal that he was not such a great guy as well. There's something about him being a bit more forceful with her, strong arming her into some decision making process or into some saying certain things. She needs to save the money that she has. She has to stop really trying to turn those ducats into more. She's got to watch. She also has to watch oversaturation. So if she does have a PR firm or someone that's managing her image, she needs to have them really dial it back a little bit. She's got to do limited interviews, not really be out there in the huge large sense of it. Quiet, go into rest and recovery. I have no comment at this time. I'm going to go to my beach house and just chill out for the next few months. She's not going to be on the beach in her bikini or whatever she wears these days. She's going to be sunning at her own pool, having people in. She really needs to stay in. But with that caution that there possibly could be a little bit too much of the white wine spritzers or White Claws or whatever she likes to tipple. That is a big caution here to not get too celebratory to the excess, because then we get into some issues. This World card is a little bit concerning because the World card, when we have it with this 3 of Cups, we run into a situation where things can get a little too much. We can take a little too much of these substances and wind up on the other end of the veil. So we need to watch out for that. So that's my advice to her. Hole up, disappear for a little bit, limited interviews. Make sure you don't take too much of anything. That could be salad, that could be beef, that could be chicken, that could be wine, that could be fish, whatever. She needs to dial back how much she imbibes and ingests of things. Just a warning here. Is there somebody that we need to watch out for? The success of this case is causing her some anxiety. So, and there is something to be said about that High Priestess. The High Priestess is somebody who's kind of directing the moral psychic traffic on things. So even though this is a success, I think that she does need to stay quiet about certain things. I think there's some recommendation to keep following the rules that we have for you. Keep following the rules. So there are some bigger power players out there. She's got to step a little bit away from that power center, and she's got to take more control over the PR and let her PR directors and handlers know that she needs to just kind of dial it back and not overexpose herself. So that's all I'm going to say at this time. Those of you that are interested in this case, I'm going to keep talking about it. I am going to go through some of the Trump family members, but I have a reading about Kurt Cobain that was requested. So I am going to also do a Kurt Cobain reading with my rock and roll tarot, which I purposely bought that deck for it. So you can keep an eye out for that. I think it's going to pop up on Saturday. This will come out on Friday. It's May 31st. I do have a 20% off sale on all private readings going on right now. And there's a link in the description of this video if you would like to book a reading with yourself. I have my time is blocking out very quickly. Again, it's Friday. I do have some time left today if you are interested in getting a reading. And I do have time on either end of the day tomorrow. If you would still like to take advantage of the 20% off and you can't find a spot for you, just email me at FortuneCookiesTarot@gmail.com and I will do my best to carve out some time for you. I know I've got a lot of fans on the other side of the globe in Australia. If you guys are having trouble, carving out a time, just again, email me. I will find time for you guys. I will get up in the middle of the night for my Australian people. So everybody have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please make sure that you go over and subscribe to Psychic News Report. That is our collaborative channel that is growing and doing really great. So we're really excited about that one. I will see you all soon. Have a good day, Patriots.